Have you ever noticed that certain topics seem to disappear from everyday conversations, even though so many of us experience them? Vaginal dryness is one of those subjects that often gets brushed aside, hidden behind polite silence or even a little embarrassment. But the truth is, it's a perfectly natural and common part of life for many women after 60. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, if you've been dealing with it quietly, I want you to know right now, you're not alone. Millions of women go through this, and the sooner we can talk about it openly, the sooner we can find real solutions that help us feel comfortable, confident, and vibrant again. For many women, vaginal dryness creeps in gradually, often as part of the changes that come with menopause and the years beyond. Hormone levels, especially estrogen, drop, and the tissues in and around the vagina become thinner, less elastic, and yes, less naturally lubricated. This can lead to itching, irritation, discomfort during intimacy, or even just an all-around sense that something doesn't feel quite right. The frustrating part is that society rarely talks about it. We'll see commercials about joint pain, memory loss, or even digestive issues. But when it comes to women's intimate health, it often feels like we're left to figure it out in whispers. That silence can make the problem feel bigger than it is, turning a treatable condition into something that affects your self-esteem, relationships, and daily happiness. But here's the good news. Vaginal dryness is not something you just have to live with because of your age. There are real, practical ways to improve comfort, restore confidence, and protect your long-term health. And none of them require you to give up intimacy or the parts of life that bring you joy. One of the first and most important steps is simply acknowledging what's happening in your body without judgment. It's easy to get caught up in thoughts like, is this normal? Is something wrong with me? But the truth is, your body is simply adjusting to a new phase of life. Just like you've adapted to other changes over the years, graying hair, different energy levels, or shifting sleep patterns, you can adapt to this too. That mindset shift alone can take a huge weight off your shoulders. The next step is understanding the role hydration plays, both inside and out. We often think of hydration as something we do for our skin, our joints, and our overall health. But vaginal tissue needs it too. Drinking enough water throughout the day helps your entire body maintain healthy function, and it supports natural lubrication. It may sound simple, but for many women, increasing water intake while reducing dehydrating drinks like coffee, soda, and alcohol can noticeably improve comfort. Then there's the option of using over-the-counter vaginal moisturizers or lubricants. And I'm not talking about the kind of lubricants you might have thought of in your younger years. Today's products are designed to be long-lasting, hormone-free, and gentle enough for daily use if needed. A good vaginal moisturizer can be applied regularly, much like facial moisturizer, to keep tissues soft and supple, while lubricants are there to make intimacy more comfortable and enjoyable. The right one for you might depend on your skin sensitivity, personal preferences, and whether you prefer water, silicone, or oil-based formulas. What matters most is giving yourself permission to use these products without shame. Just as you'd put lotion on dry hands or lip balm on chapped lips, you're simply giving your body what it needs to feel comfortable and healthy. And here's something else worth mentioning. Gentle movement and pelvic floor exercises can help. Activities like yoga, walking, and Kegel exercises encourage healthy blood flow to the pelvic region, which in turn supports tissue health and lubrication. Even just a few minutes of intentional movement each day can make a difference, and it's something you can start at your own pace. For some women, these first steps, hydration, moisturizers, lubricants, and gentle exercise, can provide noticeable relief. But they're just part of the bigger picture, and understanding what's going on with your hormones and overall health can help you find even more lasting solutions. While lifestyle changes and daily care can make a big difference, sometimes vaginal dryness is more stubborn because it's tied to hormonal changes that are happening beneath the surface. After menopause, estrogen levels drop significantly, and this hormone isn't just about fertility. It plays a huge role in keeping vaginal tissue thick elastic, and naturally lubricated. Without it, the tissues can become thinner and more fragile, a condition often referred to as vaginal atrophy. Now, this might sound a little intimidating, but here's the empowering part. Just because estrogen levels have dropped doesn't mean you're out of options. Many women find relief through local estrogen therapy, which is quite different from full-body hormone replacement therapy. Local estrogen can come in the form of creams, tablets, or a small ring inserted into the vagina. It delivers a low dose of estrogen directly to the area where it's needed most, which can help restore moisture and tissue health without flooding the entire body with hormones. Of course, this isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. Some women prefer to avoid any form of hormones due to personal preference or medical history. That's where it's important to have an open, judgment-free conversation with your healthcare provider. Your comfort, your health, and your personal values all matter when deciding which approach is right for you. But medical solutions aren't the only path. There's also the power of communication, something we often underestimate when it comes to our health and relationships. Vaginal dryness can affect intimacy, and if you have a partner, you might feel hesitant to talk about it. Maybe you worry about how they'll react, or maybe you feel embarrassed to bring it up at all. But the truth is, relationships thrive on honesty, and your partner may be more understanding than you think. When you explain what's happening and reassure them it's not about a lack of attraction or interest, it can actually bring you closer. Together, you can explore ways to make intimacy more comfortable and enjoyable, whether that's using lubricants, taking more time for arousal, or finding other ways to connect physically and emotionally. Another piece of the puzzle is looking at your overall lifestyle. Certain habits can make dryness worse. Smoking, for example, restricts blood flow and accelerates tissue aging. Diets low in healthy fats can also reduce the body's ability to produce natural moisture, so adding sources of omega-3 fatty acids like salmon, chia seeds, or walnuts can be surprisingly helpful. Even stress plays a role, as high stress levels can disrupt hormones and lower libido, both of which contribute to dryness. And then there's medication. Many prescriptions, including antihistamines, antidepressants, and some blood pressure medications, can have a drying effect on the body, including vaginal tissue. If you suspect this might be contributing to your symptoms, it's worth asking your doctor whether there are alternative medications or dosages that could work better for you. Never stop taking medication without your doctor's guidance, but don't be afraid to ask the question. Your comfort matters. In recent years, there's also been growing interest in natural remedies, like plant-based oils or herbal supplements that support hormonal balance. Some women find relief from products containing vitamin E, coconut oil, or aloe vera, though it's important to choose products specifically formulated for vaginal use to avoid irritation. If you go the natural route, patch test first and make sure you're using something that's safe for the sensitive vaginal area. The key takeaway here is that you have options, more than you may have realized. You don't have to suffer in silence or accept discomfort as an unavoidable part of aging. With the right combination of medical guidance, daily habits, and open communication, you can restore not only your physical comfort, but also your confidence and quality of life. One of the most important things to remember is that managing vaginal dryness isn't just about solving a physical symptom. It's about reclaiming a sense of normalcy, confidence, and connection with yourself. When you're comfortable in your body, it changes the way you move through the world. You carry yourself differently, you feel more at ease in your relationships, and you start to see this stage of life not as the end of something, but as the beginning of a new chapter. Long-term care means paying attention to your body on a regular basis, not just when something feels wrong. Think of it like tending to a garden. The more consistently you care for it, the better it thrives. That might mean making moisturizer or lubricant part of your daily routine, much like using lotion on your hands or face. It could mean staying hydrated, eating nutrient-rich foods, and getting gentle exercise to keep blood flowing to every part of your body, including the pelvic area. Even activities like yoga or walking can support circulation and muscle tone, which help keep tissues healthier. There is also the mental and emotional side. Vaginal dryness can stir up feelings of frustration, embarrassment, or even grief over changes in your body. It's easy to fall into the trap of comparing yourself to how you used to be. But aging isn't about losing who you are, it's about evolving. Just as you've adapted to other changes over the years, this too can become something you manage with grace. If you're feeling self-conscious, remember that you are far from alone. Millions of women experience this, yet so many suffer in silence because it's not a topic that's openly discussed. Breaking that silence, even if it's just by talking to a close friend, a trusted doctor, or a support group, can be incredibly liberating. Sometimes just hearing someone else say, "I've been there too," can lift a huge weight off your shoulders. And let's not forget the role of self-compassion. Treat yourself with the same kindness you'd offer to a dear friend who is going through the same thing. Don't judge yourself for what your body is experiencing. Instead, focus on what you can do to make yourself feel better today, this week, and in the months ahead. In many ways, this is an opportunity to deepen your relationship with your own body. You've lived in it for decades, and it's carried you through joys, challenges, and changes. Now it's simply asking for a bit of extra care and attention. That's not a weakness, that's wisdom. And listening to your body is one of the smartest things you can do at any age. So whether you choose medical treatments, natural remedies, or a blend of both, the real victory is in not letting this issue hold you back from living fully. You deserve comfort. You deserve intimacy without pain. You deserve to feel like yourself again, and you absolutely can. If this conversation has resonated with you, I encourage you to keep exploring the solutions that feel right for you. And remember, you'll find some helpful resources and product suggestions in the description below, so be sure to check those out. If you've experienced vaginal dryness and have found something that's made a real difference, share it in the comments. Your story might be exactly what another woman needs to hear today. If you found value in this video, please give it a like. Subscribe to the channel for more tips on health and confidence after 60, and watch the next video that's now on your screen. Let's keep building a community where no woman has to feel embarrassed or alone about the changes that come with aging. Here's to comfort, confidence, and embracing every stage of life with pride.